In Search of a Walker, Chapter 2, Part 1. Meet Uncle Richard. Richard W. Walker Jr., MD, my uncle. I went to Uncle Richard's house my second day in Houston. Richie took me there, and we spent time with Uncle Richard, Aunt Marvia. Uncle Richard gave me a tour of his home. He welcomed me in. I mean, when you watch it, you should feel welcome. It's just that sort of warmth and acceptance. My time with Uncle Richard in my life has been brief, but it has been impactful, and that's just the truth. I wanted to go and talk about my father. Uncle Richard let me do that. I wanted to get to know him, Uncle Richard, better, and he let me do that. He was just very, just chill, casual, nonchalant. It was nothing weird or formal. I guess I just wasn't sure what to expect, but I just felt like a niece who was at her uncle's house and was welcome to be there. I keep saying the word welcome because I guess that was just the most accurate way to describe how I felt being there. Uncle Richard and Aunt Marvia. Aunt Marvia and Uncle Richard have been married since they were 18. In my time, in my life, in my relationship with the Most High, He has allowed me to see some things that I attribute to Him and His nature and His way. And one of those things that I can say, a word that I can say, or an attribute that I noticed that I could only attribute to the Most High, because I have not seen this sort of thing in people. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm talking about my own existence with the walkers, with just men in general, women in general, people. I saw something new, and that is the word, the attribute, the characteristic of devotion. Aunt Marvia was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and Uncle Richard takes care of his wife in a way that I have never seen. Such tender, unlimited, and here's the other word that reminds me of the Most High, unconditional care and devotion. Like I've never seen that. I mean, and it's down to the minute details, to the biggest of things. He is her sole and primary caregiver. I have in my life been around people, not extensively, but I've experienced, interacting with people who've had Alzheimer's and other types of dementia. Because my sister Rachel used to work with them a lot. And so I used to go to like the adult daycare homes and sing to them and stuff like that. Done that on multiple occasions, actually, through different means. But anyway, and I'm only talking from a short few hours. I can't speak to their whole life, but their impression on me, Aunt Marvia has peace in her and she has joy in her. And from my experience, it seems because she gets to be with her best friend, and you can tell that she is Uncle Richard's best friend. You can tell that she's the love of his life. Watching him care for her, watching him feed her, watching him just take her by the hand and patiently, lovingly walk with her. I mean, she is dressed to impress. Her hair looks great. She's wearing jewelry. Her nails are done. Her toes are done. I mean, he takes excellent care of his wife. And for me, on my healing journey, I'm not saying that my father didn't love us. He absolutely did, and we loved him, and I know, and he expressed it in the way that he knew or chose to do. But to see an unconditional type of love like that from a husband to a wife, from a man to a woman, from a walker to his wife, it was beautifully unexpected and breathtaking. It was beautiful, and it reminded me of Yah. So I'm so glad I got to witness that. I'm so glad I got to just see that and take that in and make that part of my memories. Uncle Richard has been through so much. He's awesome. I love him, and I know I don't know him all that great, but I'm so glad that I've had a chance to be with him, experience building a relationship, and let him know how much he means to me. And so he's living, walking Black history. He is living, walking education, laughs. And I appreciate you, Uncle Richard. I really, really do. And I look forward to seeing you and Auntie again soon. And thank you for letting me share this. This is part 1, because part 2 will be more of the conversation that I got to have with him, just one-on-one. It wasn't just us, but it was like more direct conversation. This first part you will enjoy. Again, what you get to learn from a person after going on a tour of their home, seeing the things that are precious to them, hearing the stories about the items in the house, it's really something. And I got to, to hear those things firsthand. And so, yeah, I don't want to ramble, but I just wanted to give a proper introduction to Richard Walker Jr., MD, Uncle Richard.
Some things or remember some things in here.
Yes, I do. Oh, yes.
Okay. And this, the lamp
Yeah.
came from my mother.
Hey, Grandma. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's perfect.
And so, this is just one of the rooms.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
here's the bathroom. And, a bathroom is a bathroom, so I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know if you want to go in there.
All right. So this is the first room in the downstairs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we call this the girls' room, because this is where the girls used to stay.
Oh, how cute.
And it hasn't changed since they haven't been here in the last whatever.
Yeah.
But, this was their room.
Wow.
And it's still the same.
It's beautiful. Okay. Oh, and they still have their room for whenever they're ready to come back.
Okay, let's go this way.
Here is the entryway.
Let's go this way.
Wow. How long have you been in this house?
Almost 11 years.
Okay.
And that's my library. We'll go up there.
Okay.
And
Oh.
garage.
Okay.
Laundry room.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, you could go.
Wow.
Oh, half bath. Yeah, so.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay, you want to do some exercise?
Yeah, but I don't think so.
Come on. Well, you can do a little exercise. This was on Harvey's room.
Oh. Oh, this is your room.
This is our office.
Wow, this is so nice. Beautiful wall of photos.
Come on, my darling.
Okay.
Who's this?
That's Samantha. Sammy. Z. Carr's daughter.
Oh, okay. I don't know that I know her children.
This is her.
Okay.
That's her. This is her. There's Carr.
Okay, yes.
I call her Z. Sammy.
Okay.
Spence. Daryl.
I did not know them. Wow. Hey, family.
This is Lena.
Yes.
Jada. Millsy.
Murphy.
Oh,
Hi, Murphy. Hi.
Oh, this is so nice.
this
I love
is
it.
great.
Who's this?
Did Lena come over?
She did. She was tired.
Oh, okay,
This is her first week of school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Rich. Rich was a great track guy.
Okay, Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You seen him leaning for first place.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See the line right there?
Yes.
He's leaning for first place.
Nice.
Okay.
What you trying to do? Take the wall.
Beautiful.
You trying to take the door down?
So Carmen has 2 children?
Why you trying to take the door down?
Spence just went to Morehouse Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
started Morehouse Wednesday. And Z, I call Samantha Z. Z graduated from Michigan last year.
Okay.
Okay.
Very, very
And you
good.
know Jada's at Michigan.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
We've got a big Michigan influence.
I
going
see
on
that.
there.
I'm sure that is
Okay.
something to do
And
with
the
you.
grandbaby has Michigan socks.
It's a destiny.
Okay. We're setting her up already.
Right.
Okay. And being that he's taken,
Okay.
you know, we can go upstairs.
Okay.
And these are all my degrees and stuff.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow, Uncle Richard got a lot of degrees and stuff like that. Oh, hey, Grandpa. This is really nice. Oh, seeing it big like this. Beautiful. Necessary room.
And this is my library.
Ooh. Really, really nice.
Thank you.
It's so organized.
Yeah, and this is where I do a lot of my research, and this is where that's all the stuff for my master's degree.
All these binders.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did my master's, and I don't believe in going to school for the designated time that you're supposed to.
Okay. How long do you go? Do you like to extend it or condense it?
Condense it.
Okay.
So let's say like when I got my bachelor's degree, John Jay College of Criminal Justice. I did that in 2.5 years.
Wow.
I went to medical school, finished medical school in 3 years instead of 4.
Okay.
And then I got my master's degree in 13 months instead of 24.
Wow. You're not playing. Look at these books. I mean, look how serious you are.
And
It's not a game.
the thing is I didn't have the time when I got out of the military. I was married and I had kids.
Yeah.
And so Marvia said, you go to school and I'll take care of the kids. So
I had to go ahead and get it done.
let me get it done, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did that in 2.5 years. And then when I went to medical school, when I got there, they wanted to try a 3-year curriculum. I said, I'm in.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
right.
So after I did the 3-year curriculum, after two classes, I think it was 2 or 3 classes on the 3-year curriculum, they stopped because they said it was too hard.
Oh, okay. You did it.
I did it.
Right.
Okay. And then a master's, when I got my master's, I don't have time for this. Come on. How fast can I get it? Mm-hmm. They said, well, we can set. I said, okay, set it up. I want to get it done in 13 months. So I did it.
You did.
There you go.
And you worked during that time too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Now, the thing I tell a lot of people, God will equip you no matter what your issue is. Why do I say that? Because I'm dyslexic,
Really?
okay? And when I read something, I got to read it 2 or 3 times. I got to say, okay, that doesn't sound right. Let me go back and read it. What a lot of people don't know, and I tell people this when I go to speak, I had to go back to high school for 6 months.
Really?
Well, I didn't go back. Instead of going back to high school for 6 months, I went to summer school.
Okay.
But I went to my graduation rehearsal, and that's when I found out that I wasn't going to graduate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I was shocked because of one course. Okay. Now, I had been going to the counselor the entire time.
Who never told you? Well, what's the point then? Like, what are you doing? What would the counselor tell you, if not
I
those
never
vital
saw the
things?
counselor again.
Yeah.
That's why when Cara and Mark tell you I was hard on them, I was hard on them because I said I'm not letting this happen to my kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you can't even.
This is not happening to my kids.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to take advantage of them,
Yeah.
and I'll prepare them and get them to where they can do it on their own terms. And
Yeah.
I was hard on them.
Yeah.
And well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's good,
We do
bad,
what
and
we feel is best as parents.
well, I did the best that I knew under
Right.
under my circumstances,
Yeah.
and I just said, "What happened to me is not happening to them.
Yeah.
I don't care."
Because fear is going to be there, but it's like that's the test.
Yeah.
This is cool. I like the maps
Yeah, I love
and that
maps.
really big one that you got downstairs.
I love maps. I love maps. But the thing that is, again, when I tell young people, I say, here's a guy who had to go back to high school. I dropped out of Bronx Community College because I was failing everything the first semester.
Wow.
I dropped out. I dropped out before the grades went in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everything was red. I said, this ain't going with me. I dropped out and went in the military.
Okay.
Okay. And it was Marvia, when I was in the military, Marvia said to me, she said, because I was trained in the military as a combat medic, combat corpsman. And I was ready to go to Vietnam as a corpsman. And I realized, I remember I had dyslexia, and it compromised my learning. But when I went in the military, one of the things that they had in the military at the time I went in is that if you went into training and you were in the top 5% of your training class or whatever it was, then you can pick wherever you wanted to go. Otherwise, they would tell you, you go here,
Okay.
you go here, you go here. When they told me that, I found out what the duty stations that were available if the military told me where I was going. The two places that were available at the time for me was to be a cook or roads and grounds.
Okay.
Now, you know what roads and grounds is?
I'm assuming like the infrastructure and
Okay.
taking care
You
of
ever
it.
been on a military base?
No.
Okay. It's spotless.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. You know why it's spotless?
Because of roads and grounds.
Roads and grounds.
Okay.
And I said, I ain't cleaning the base.
So bottom line, that's what that is.
Okay. I am not cleaning the base and I'm not cooking for anybody. Okay. I'm not doing that for 4 years.
Yeah.
So I realized, I said, I got to figure out a way to be in the top 5%. What I realized is that if I memorize stuff, it overcame, that was my secret to overcome dyslexia.
Okay.
My memory.
Yeah.
And my memory, I began to realize my memory is off the chain. It wasn't photogenic,
Yeah.
but I didn't forget stuff.
Wow.
Okay. And even in medical school, I remember I had one real battle in medical school where this racist dog, who's the head of cardiovascular physiology, he failed all the black guys in my class.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
And Burl Bass, in case you want to record it.
That's right.
Yeah, Burl Bass, and Burl failed all of us. So we said, this is not right, because we knew our stuff. Said, you're doing this because of what we look like. And so we, the folks in my class said, we're not going to take this. This is what we're going to do. We're going to notify the news media, the dean.
No,
Do
that's
you know
right.
who Alvin Poussin is?
No.
Alvin Poussin is a black psychiatrist at Harvard who was one of the technical directors for, what was the name? The Cosby Show.
Okay.
Okay. So we knew about Poussin. We called Poussin and said, listen, here's what they're doing. And Poussin came down and,
Oh,
you know.
wow. He
all this.
responded.
So what we had was, we had a meeting and the dean and all that. And so they said, okay, we're going to give all of you an oral exam.
Okay.
Okay. And the dean will be there, you know, you'll have all these folks and let's see how it goes. Okay. So at the oral exam, each one of us was being called in to see if we knew the cardiovascular physiology one at a time, and they were going to drill us. And so the first guy went in. After 5 minutes, he came out. He said, 5 minutes? Well, what the deal? And he said, told me, okay, you're excused.
Wow.
Second guy went in. I was the third guy. So I went in, and Burl Bass said, okay, draw me, this is like it was yesterday. He said, draw me the Frank Starling curve.
Okay.
All right. So I drew the Frank Starling curve, and I drew it, and I did all this sort of stuff, and he says it's wrong. I said, if you look at page 67 of your book and yada, 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 this is the exact image that's on that page. I said, if this is wrong, your book is wrong.
Okay. What did he say?
They opened up the book and said, back then it was Mr. Walker. He said, this is my first year.
Okay.
And the dean said, Mr. Walker, you're excused. Of course, it was right.
Right. And he
All
tried
of
to
us
say
were
that in
right.
front of everyone.
All of us were right. That's what was happening.
Oh my goodness.
And we knew our stuff, but I memorized his whole book.
Wow.
He,
So you're not going-
he asked me. That's how medical school went. Medical school was that way for all of us. From the day we went in, they tried to get rid of us.
You made it out in 3 years.
3 years.
So what is this door?
Oh. This.
Oh, okay. Wow. Lots of storage space.
Okay. Now see all this?
Uh-huh.
All this wasn't here when they built this house the first time.
Okay. You said it was not?
Now, what had happened, they built it wrong,
Oh.
and it allowed for mold to accumulate in the house.
Oh my gosh.
So a lot of the homes here were having issues with mold.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a guy, I didn't see any mold, and I'm an expert on mold. I didn't see any, but I had a mold guy come. He came in, he put mold plates. He said, "You got mold in the house." I said, "What?"
Wow.
And he said, so anyway, they said, "Okay, we'll take care of it." Do you remember when we went to, did we stop in Virginia? No, I think we drove straight to New York. We stopped in Virginia and we stayed in Virginia for a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Remember when we went to Virginia for a couple of weeks with my mother?
Mm-mm.
They redid everything.
Okay.
All of this is redone.
Wow.
All of this, the foam wasn't here, none of that was here. This is a brand new unit.
Nice.
Everything up here is new.
Okay. How long ago was that?
3 years ago,
Oh, okay. More recent.
$70,000 of new stuff. This is all scripture. But yeah, these two is all about scripture. This down here is more science, medical stuff. But
Okay.
all of this is about scripture. And this is the other side.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
And it goes all the way back?
Yeah. As you can tell, we don't have water heaters.
This is your water heater?
This is on demand.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so when you turn the water on, in 90 seconds, it'll heat up the water as it's running.
Oh my gosh. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Especially for a house this big.
Yeah, I said, water heater, get out of here.
Turning on the pilot light, who needs that?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. And of course, the water heater is always going. Mm-hmm. This only goes when you need the water.
Wow. So what a savings on money.
Yeah. Okay,
Necessary room.
that's very wrong.
The roll top?
Yeah. That desk, this, and this were from Ann Arbor, Michigan,
Okay.
when I was in medical school.
Really? This your medical school desk?
Yeah.
Wow. This is nice.
This was in terrible shape.
Really? Did you restore it?
No, well, yeah, we restored it. But Aunt Maud and her sister, they saw it, and it was in terrible shape. And there was a place called, you can put a bid on stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so you would bid, and then you would wait to see if somebody would outbid you, and they got the bid. So
Nice. That's
but
one
it
of the
was a
most
But it
beautiful.
was a reverse bid. What you would do is, it was a silent bid.
Okay.
Okay, you write down what you want to pay for it, and they keep it, and then after a while, if no one puts another thing in it, it's yours.
Oh.
Same thing with this. Same thing with this.
Okay. This is beautiful. And solid too, not like some of the new furniture.
No, it's wood.
Yeah, actual pieces of wood.
It's real wood. Yeah. You know. This table was all scratched up and everything.
Wow.
Aunt Marvia and her sister carried this table from the same store
Really?
to a place that finished it. They carried it out, carried it to a finisher. This has 7 leaves.
Oh my
See the
gosh.
leaves?
Yeah.
These are 3 leaves, but there are 4 more upstairs.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, so you have
right.
some big dinners at this table if you like.
And the 2 of them carried it out and took it to somebody to have it finished.
Did they have to make more than one trip, like for the leaves and stuff?
Don't ask me. All I know is one day when I came home, they said, "We saved you so much money." I said, "On what?" And they said, "Well, you'll see."
Okay.
2 weeks later, here comes a truck with this table. And they said, "You see how much we saved you?" I said, "What are you talking about? Where'd this table come from?"
You saved me money on the table I didn't know I
Yeah.
was buying.
And this one came from New York.
That's beautiful.
This came from Ann Arbor also.
Okay. The furniture is really, really nice. So
you-
do you keep, like, what do you use this for?
I don't know. Marvia used to know all that sort of stuff, but you remember this, right?
Yes, yes, I do.
Like this. Grab the hand. Grab the hand. Grab it.
This is beautiful. Look at the legs on this. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. It's so unique. The detail.
Grab it like this. Do that.
Beautiful.
Put that hand up here. Here.
Such lovely artwork.
Okay, so we're gonna close this, so step back a little bit.
I really like that painting right there.
That's Galveston, Texas.
Okay.
And those houses are, if you go down to Galveston, you'll see all of these on your way down to the beach.
Okay.
All these big, rich houses.
Yeah.
Galveston used to be the main port before they dug what's called the Houston Ship Channel. When they dug the Houston Ship Channel, it bypassed Galveston, and Galveston started to go down.
Got it.
Houston got built up.
Okay.
But all the big merchants, shipping merchants, had these huge houses
Wow.
like this.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, kitchen. What are you saying now?
Lovely, lovely.
Bedroom.
Oh, come on around. Say hi. Oh. Wow, so nice. I love this bed.
And again, when this house was being built, Aunt Mauve, she didn't have the Alzheimer's, but I was doing a lot of traveling and taking courses, giving speeches and all that sort of stuff. So we were on the road all the time. So when we designed the house, there were so many times in which you can go and pick out what you wanted and all that. So we did. That's why I said she did all this in one day, one sitting.
Does she? I mean, you were talking about her with the furniture and stuff like that, picking things out. So is that something that was one of her talents or part of her career, design, or?
She just did it. She didn't do it for anybody. She just
did it.
And Carr learned all that from her.
Okay. I got to go visit her.
Yeah, you should see Carr's kitchen. When you
I would
see
love
it,
to.
She did it.
Wow.
She built it.
She did.
She built it.
Wow. That's amazing.
But Aunt Mauve did everything that you see, the floor, everything. She designed it.
What about the texture on the walls? Is that just came with the house, or was that y'all's idea too?
Oh,
Oh.
I got a sparkling water.
Oh,
You want
yes.
to start? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
You want a glass or you want a can?
No, the can is fine.
No, it's no texture. It's just, as far as I know, there's no texture.
Thank you. Yeah. It's got like a little
It's just paint.
textured paint.
Whatever. I mean, whatever you say. I mean, I don't know. Okay. But again, she designed the whole 9 yards in one day.
That is
The
amazing.
kitchen, I didn't notice until we were doing it. She said, I want a white kitchen. So when we were at the design studio, she saw this kitchen. She said, that's the kitchen I want.
Wow.
So
And there it is. And it goes perfectly. Just the style and the color, because it's not like a stark white. Ooh.
and this is where I do my mikvah.
Wow, this is beautiful. What a beautiful home, Uncle Richard.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is where I do my mikvah. I mean, me and God, we hang out here.
Yeah.
Me and the Lord.
This is something. Oh, I love that lamp.
Yeah, that's her favorite lamp, and this is her this is her thing. But I gave most of her stuff away, she doesn't appreciate. She can't appreciate stuff anymore. And so almost all her jewelry I gave to her sisters, and the car and the grandkids and stuff.
Did she have a nice collection, like a lot of stuff?
She has a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And she doesn't wear her wedding ring was diamonds that we got from Israel when we went to Israel. They have a diamond factory over there, and we got her diamonds, and her wedding ring was custom made, and
Wow.
Car has it now, but she doesn't like. What's today? The 16th.
Yes.
Okay. Wednesday was our anniversary. Okay, 59, 60 years.
Wow.
And, I don't celebrate it or anything because she has no awareness,
Right.
So I'm just grateful that she's here,
Yeah.
Well,
let me say congratulations on that amazing achievement.
Well, thank you.
That's a beautiful thing that we don't see much.
So we got married at 18.
Wow.
We're still kicking.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that when you get the diagnosis of Alzheimer's, you usually have 5 years to live. She got a diagnosis in 2000.
Wow.
Okay. The Lord.
Wow.
I did all the things I knew to do as a physician, but it's about prayer. God has kept her alive.
Yes, indeed.
So.
Well, thank you so much. So you said the
Oh,
diagnosis.
did you want to see outside?
Oh, yep.
Now remember Harvey,
Yes.
the hurricane?
Yes.
And Aunt Mauve used to have this, it was a garden. It was just beautiful. She had flowers. Oh, while you're here, it was
Ooh.
that I haven't worn that in 2-3 weeks.
Hello, dragonfly.
But when Harvey came, and I don't get out here at all, but there's a lake right over there.
Okay.
If you walk up to the fence, you can see the lake.
That reminds me of where Grandma used to live. Oh, it's a lot of little lizards back here. Watch it. Watch it now. Don't get in my hair. Hold on. Oh, I see. It reminds me of where Grandma used to live.
Okay, so you remember Harvey?
Mm-hmm.
The water from Harvey came up to the fence.
Really? Oh my gosh. That was probably really scary.
Not one house in this community flooded.
Praise the Most High. Wow, he protected y'all for real.
Not one. 59 inches of rain
I did not know
in
that.
one day.
Oh my gosh.
And that one house flooded.
Yes.
But you can see, from the lake all the way up to the fence.
That. How long did it take to recede?
A day and a half.
Oh, okay. Not so bad.
The drainage that this guy, when they built it, after Harvey, the architect was already, very well known. But after Harvey, it went around the country about this community,
Yeah.
and no houses flooded.
Right.
This guy,
He probably-
he can't keep up.
I bet he blew up after that.
He can't keep up.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like you said, for it to go down in a day and a half, too.
And this area is, when the hurricane is coming, this is the first area that they have to evacuate.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's low.
Because the Gulf of Mexico is what? Less than a mile.
So, and what access point to the Gulf is it? Is it boats there, or is it just is it beach?
If you go to Galveston, there's beach.
Oh, okay.
But the Gulf of Mexico, it's from the Gulf of Mexico, and then there's the port of Houston.
Oh, the port you were telling me about.
And
Okay.
that goes straight downtown,
Okay.
straight into Houston.
Gotcha.
And that's what undid Galveston as a
Okay.
major port of entry.
Got it. Wow.
But our mall had all Alyssa's roses and everything, and I just can't get out here to do it.
That must have been.
Oh, we were at 945 Underhill Avenue
yeah.
in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was about 5,
yeah,
because remember we had that photo session,
yeah,
and I'm sitting there. And
yeah.
with
We all
John
look
and
like the Munster family.
On purpose?
I don't know.
Well,
It's one of those
naturally.
pictures I hate.
Unfortunately, it was natural.
I hate that picture.
Stay home.
Tell him, Murphy.